I'm no longer obsessed with having a soldier husband. When I go back to life in the 20th century, I decided to write my sister's name on the marriage application. This time, I'm going to make Jasper happy. Life. It was I who gave her wedding dress to my sister. The man who wore the engagement ring on her finger. I'm the one who facilitates every one of their meetings. He took my sister to Beijing. And me, without hesitation, go to Shanghai to study. Because in my previous life, I was over 50 years old. He and my son are still begging me for a divorce, just to allow him and my sister. Together, they complete their ultimate destiny. Reborn into this world. I just want to soar. No more worries about love. Chapter 1. Fill it out and give it to me. Jasper knocked impatiently on the table. I stared at the marriage application. My fingertips gently brushed the rough edges of the paper. My mind wandered aimlessly. In my past life, I filled in my name on this form, as if it were a divine decree. Then he was very excited. Pulled Jasper to buy wedding sweets. But instead of gratitude, I was scolded. It's all because he's eager to come back and cook brown sugar water for Lyra, who's menstruating. I replied half-heartedly, I know. I glanced up at his impatient expression, as well as a hand that constantly checks the time. Today he wears a white shirt, sleeves rolled up to the elbows, revealing his well-defined forearms. I remember Camilla liking the look he had. Said it made him look clean and fresh. If you're busy, go for it. I resisted the bitterness and tried to sound nonchalant. I'll submit when I'm done. He seemed relieved, and his tone softened a little. Don't worry, because we're getting married. I will be responsible for you, he said. But you shouldn't be jealous of Camila anymore. If others knew, it would not be good for her reputation. I was silent. In my past life, I explained it countless times. But for him, I was always jealous. Can't accept her weak young lady. Kind sister. He didn't say anything more and hurried away. I took a deep breath, trying to calm the confusion in my mind. But my mind couldn't stop. Replay events from my past life. On our wedding night, he made up an excuse about taking care of my sick sister. Didn't go home. That night, when he traveled with the army, he took only Camilla with him. She said she hadn't been to Beijing yet, even on the day our son was born. Jasper didn't have time to come. He was busy comforting the divorced Camilla. Just before he died, our son is still pleading with me in my ear. Mom, just divorced Dad. You're nothing to Aunt Lyra. Dad suffered too much. It has been with you all these years. Let him go. I looked at my indifferent husband by the bedside. Silent. It was this dead silence that confirmed his thoughts. I bit my lip hard. Only when I tasted blood. I slowly let go of my hand. No, I won't repeat the same mistake this time. I picked up my pen and slowly wrote down a name. Applicant. Camila S. Jasper. Since you love her so much, then let it be. I handed the completed application to the staff. Got a marriage certificate. Out of the civil affairs office. I'm not sad. In fact, there is an indescribable sense of liberation. Chapter 2. In my past life. After the death of a parent on the job, Lyra and I were adopted by the Liu family. Camila is sweet and good at words. So, the Liu family treated her even better than their own daughter. Liu's mother had been plotting to marry Lyra for a long time. Go to Jasper. But Camila, to put it simply, I don't want to quarrel with my sister. Make Jasper marry me willingly. Actually, she just wanted Jasper to hang in the air. After all, at that time, Jasper was just a company commander. She was waiting for something better. I went to school. Ask about the necessary preparations for college admission. And ask about living expenses and other questions. Before you go home. When I returned to Jasper's accommodation, I just walked in the door. When I heard Camila's playful voice. Jasper, if you come back to stay with me, not your sister. Will she be angry? It's okay. I can visit her whenever I want. But every time you come, you're always so close to her. I'm worried that you're home alone. Camila smiled happily. Then he said with a pretended sad expression, after you and my sister got married, will you still be nice to me? Of course, Jasper said firmly. If it weren't for you, who else could I be nice to? If your sister treats you badly, I'll divorce her. I clenched my fists tightly. I almost lost control of my emotions. So even after experiencing a second life, it's still very sad to hear my husband say such cold words to me. I calmed down, suppressed the pain in my chest, then walk into the room as if nothing had happened. Jasper emerges from Camilla's room. There was a hint of embarrassment on his face. I just saw that Camilla wasn't feeling well, so I went in and checked on her. I snorted slightly, then turned and walked towards my room. In my past life, I've fought with him countless times because of his ambiguous behavior towards them. This time, I don't want to waste time or energy on it. He stopped me. Serena, how about we buy some wedding sweets and distribute them to staff dormitories? I looked at him in amazement. And then I thought, he must have wanted to make it up to me by performing a certain work, because I didn't make a splash. No, you don't. These formalities do not make sense. He was stunned for a moment. Probably unimaginable. I would actually reject this suggestion. Is it because you're upset? Jasper was taking care of me. Camilla walked out of the room. Looks wronged and innocent. She was wearing a linen suit. I bought it specifically for our wedding photos. It was the most popular costume of the 1950s. I saved up half a year to buy it. In my past life. But never dared to wear it. Seeing my gaze, Camilla was quick. I saw this outfit in your bed today and I love it. So I wanted to try it on. I forgot to remove it. She lowered her head and rolled her fingers. Looks like a kid who did something wrong. Jasper instinctively spoke. Rita, don't. I interrupted him. My tone was calm. It looks good on you, so you can keep it. I've never worn it anyway. I can still smell faint traces of blood and sweat on a linen suit, and memories of running home. The crying of the middle of the night came back. Even now, it feels disgusting. In the surprised gazes of both of them, I went back to my room and locked the door. I took out my folder. Inside, that's my acceptance letter. Southern City University. I've always loved the South, especially because of the finance profession there. Exactly what I wanted. In my past life, I had given up on learning about Jasper, content to stay at home and serve my in-laws. This time, I am blessed with the opportunity to live for myself. I looked at the calendar. There are only 10 days left until I can leave this place. Time is tight, but I had to make the most of every moment to prepare. A knock on the door interrupted my thoughts. Angry, I turned it on. Jasper stood there with a bowl of noodles. His tone was gentle. You must be hungry. I made you some noodles. Moment. I feel a strange sense of nostalgia for my old life. He is either cold and distant or harsh in his words. This warm, affectionate Jasper. It's someone I haven't seen in a long time. No, thanks. I eat out. No way, he said. You're always too stingy to spend money. His words stinged. I used to be stingy. Save every penny. Most of my part-time income is spent on him. Buy him something. But now, when I'm about to go to college, I have a lot of other expenses to consider. Every penny must be carefully considered. I looked up at him, my tone calm. I remember the other day. I'll give you $50 for wedding supplies. It looks like you didn't buy anything. Please return it to me. Chapter 3. He was stunned for a moment, then explained awkwardly. That money. I used it to buy some small leather shoes for Camilla. I couldn't help but sneer. It's so pointless. It's always the same. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go to bed, I said, closing the door behind me. I'll give you the money tomorrow, he added, with a hint of irritation on his face. We got married. Do you really need to be so budget conscious? I couldn't help but snort. So it's okay for you to spend my hard work. Make money on others. I don't even allow to be upset about this. He knew he was wrong. But he still muttered in a low voice, unreasonable. I'm too lazy to argue anymore. Then the door slammed shut. The next few days, I sold something worthless. Around the house, those memorabilia from my past life, full of memories. Look at them now, they're just cheap garbage. I packed them all up, then sell them to a scrap collector for a little money. Afternoon. I continued to pack my things. When Jasper appeared in front of me, $50 in hand, he spoke stiffly. "It's your money." I took the money and nodded my head to say thank you. He looked at me with a complicated expression. His gaze drifted to the suitcase I was packing. "I'm going to have Lyra born. Follow me to Beijing first. You don't need to pack all the time." I didn't stop packing and nodded. He seemed a little uneasy about my attitude. Not sure how to deal with it. "What's wrong with you lately? You're like a different person." I turned my head impatiently. Don't want to get involved. Although Jasper doesn't love me. If he found Camilla's name on the marriage application, he may renew our marriage for her sake. I have no intention of being part of it with the villains again. It's nothing. I just want to pack my things. I said it. When you travel to Beijing, I would move back to the country. He breathed a sigh of relief and explained. "It's not that I won't let you go with me. It's just that Camilla has never been to Beijing. She wanted to see it. I'll pick you up in a few months." I nodded absent-mindedly. In my previous life, he didn't come to me for 8 years. Until Camilla married a division commander. He ended up taking me to Beijing. Out of frustration. He doesn't seem to be used to me now. Because I usually chat when we're alone. Now I barely speak. He became restless. "You've always wanted to have wedding photos, right? We're going to the photo studio tomorrow." "That won't work. Tomorrow I'm going to go shopping for college supplies." Just when I thought of an excuse, Camilla walked in and snuggled up to Jasper's arm. "Jasper, what a photo studio. I also want to take pictures." Jasper smiled and brushed Camilla's hair. "All right, let's go tomorrow, you two." "Go on." I said I have something to do tomorrow. Jasper frowned. What could be more important than taking wedding photos? "Go ahead and take pictures. After that, I'll accompany you to the shopping." His tone was firm, as if there was no room for refusal. Camilla pouted. "Didn't you go because of me?" I don't want to argue anymore, so I nodded and agreed to go. Early the next morning, I heard Jasper coaxing Camilla out of her room to get out of bed. Bright red numbers on the calendar remind me that there are only 4 days left. After 4 days, I was finally able to get out of this life. When I was on the verge of impatience, they slowly came out of the room. Jasper, always so considerate. Hot water has been prepared, and personally washed Camilla's face. I can't believe it! I was so blind in my previous life, thinking if I marry him, he would treat me the same way. I was lost in thought, when Jasper awkwardly walked up to me, holding a ring in his hand. Neighbors said, "Wearing wedding rings is popular nowadays. I bought one for you." I didn't accept it. In my previous life, there was no such ring. As soon as Camilla saw it, she immediately pursed her lips. "It's so beautiful." I also wanted one, which I generously offered. "You can have it." Jasper's face immediately darkened. "No kidding. This is our wedding ring." Camilla snatched the ring from him, then slid it onto her fingers. "Swing in front of Jasper." "Jasper, does it look good?" Jasper looked at Camilla with affection in his eyes. He smiled stupidly. He nodded. Then he turned to me and whispered a little guiltily, "Buy you another one next time." I nodded nonchalantly. I have heard his promises many times before, but none of them were preserved. Chapter 4. In the photo studio. Lyra took the first set of photos. Several couple photos are included. When it was my turn to be with Jasper, the photographer held up his camera, just clumsily lowered it. "I'm sorry, I ran out of film," he said. I was happy in my heart, but kept a neutral expression. "Oh, it doesn't matter," I replied. After we left the studio, Jasper pulled a train ticket out of his pocket, then handed it to me. "This is for the seat to go to Beijing. It is planned to be 4 days from now." "I didn't mean to leave you behind," he said. "I'm going to settle down first. I will wait for you in Beijing. It takes 3 days. And the night from here to Beijing." I don't understand what he thinks I should cope. In addition, there is only one spot for military spouses, where he wants me to live. But asking now will not get a satisfactory answer. When I accepted the ticket, Jasper was visibly relaxed. "Do not worry. Even if you don't live in an army compound, you're still my only wife," he said. "I'll treat you well. I just think of Camilla as an older sister." His words softened me a little. It's been a long time since I've heard him speak so softly. Suddenly, a truck came around the corner. Straight for us. Jasper pulled Camila into his arms and dodged the vehicle. In the confusion, I was pushed. I froze in place. I couldn't move when the car was speeding towards me. The vehicle makes a turn at the last second. Hit me, drag me away. Pain welled up in my heart, and I felt dizzy. Cold sweat hit my forehead. The driver hurriedly jumped out of the car and stammered. "Miss, are you okay?" A crowd of people gathered around, pointing and whispering. My gaze passed through the onlookers, staring at Jasper. He was comforting Camila, completely unaware of what had just happened to me. Or maybe he noticed it and just didn't care. I smiled bitterly, and the last trace of hesitation in my heart disappear. So that's what he meant. I will treat you well in the future. The driver took me to the hospital. After a series of inspections, I found that I only had superficial wounds and some slight inflow. Lying in a hospital bed, my body was in pain, but my heart was surprisingly calm. Late at night, Jasper walked in with a tired look on his face. When he saw me awake, he looked flustered for a moment. "Serena, how do you feel? Is it better?" I gave him a cold look, but didn't say anything. He rubbed his hands together, looking uneasy, and began to explain. Camila was a little too scared. I was with her all the time, so under my gaze, he fell silent awkwardly. "Rita, listen to me. The situation is urgent." Camila was closer to me, so I instinctively. He paused, as if searching for the right words. "I didn't know you were going to be beaten." I interrupted him. "When are you going to visit Beijing?" He hesitated. "Tomorrow." "All right. I need to rest. You can go now." I closed my eyes. Indicates that I want to be alone. Jasper seems to want to say more, but eventually left. Feel my discomfort. The next day, Lou's mother came. She brought a thermos flask with a big smile on her face. "Rita, Jasper asked me to take care of you. How are you feeling right now?" "Much better. Thank you, Mom." She served me soup while chatting with Jasper. "That boy, he was too careless. I wonder if he'll be able to take care of Lyra properly." She stopped halfway through, as if suddenly realizing something. Then there was an awkward silence. "Mom, actually, it was Camila who married Jasper." Lou's mom was stunned. After a long silence, she finally reacted. "What? What did you say?" "I submitted Lyra's name on my marriage application." Lou's mother was stunned at first. Then her face lit up with joy. "Rita, you're such a good boy. I know you are the wisest." She shook my hand excitedly. "Serena, thank you. Thank you for making it possible." I smiled faintly, but didn't say anything. Chapter 5 helps you. No, it's helping myself. She always gravitated towards Camila, even in a past life. No matter how hard I worked to serve her, in her old age, she still left all her inheritance to Camila. "Mom, don't tell Jasper or Lyra about it just yet." Lou's mom grinned from ear to ear. Well, Mom got it. "So what are your plans for the future?" "In a few days, I'm leaving." I didn't disclose my specific destination. Lou's mom wanted to ask more. Her mind was filled with their marital problems. I closed my eyes and pretended to be asleep. The day I was discharged from the hospital, I didn't inform anyone. Before I left, I wrote a letter to Jasper. When you read the letter, I'm already on a train heading south. I know you've always loved Lyra. I keep you two together. Our fate is over. Happiness to both of you. I sealed the letter, together with the Beijing train ticket and our marriage certificate, and send them to Beijing. I dragged my suitcase to the train station. The air in the southern cities is humid and warm. When I was standing in front of the Shanghai campus, I walked around campus feeling a little dazed. I felt like I had been born again. Daytime. I sat in class, diligent listening and absorbing knowledge. In the evenings, I work in a small restaurant, serving dishes, washing dishes and being sore from exhaustion. But this fatigue makes me feel grounded. A month later, I've gotten used to the busyness, but a life to the fullest. Then one day, I saw Jasper in my dorm room downstairs. "Serena, why are you doing this? Why? Have you ever put Camilla's name on the marriage application? Why don't you go to Beijing? His tone was filled with anger and confusion. I looked at him coldly. I don't want to live with someone else's husband. In my mind, it was disgusting and unbearable. He stared at me in disbelief. How can you say such a thing? You weren't like this before. I turned my face away, my stomach churning. Naja rolls over me. I don't want to look at him. Not a second, Jasper. I just want to focus on my studies. Start a new life. Camilla is the one you've always wanted, right? The two of you should cherish each other. Please don't bother me anymore. He angrily ran his hand through his hair. What nonsense are you talking about? I've always treated Camilla like a sister, I sneered. What kind of siblings hug each other and steal kisses? I once saw him kissing Camilla, who was asleep. The gentle expression on his face. I'll never forget. A glint of shame flashed across his face, but then he became angry. Rita, stop talking nonsense. Camilla and I are completely innocent. The brotherly and sisterly love you spoke of is disgusting to me. Let me go and let yourself too. His face turned gloomy, but he didn't know what to say. I remembered when I first arrived at Lou's house. As a child, I was afraid of being dependent on others, so that I don't even dare to eat enough. On the night when hunger overwhelmed me, I'll sneak out to eat. Garden leaves. Jasper saw me. He shared his snacks with me and comforted me. Don't be afraid, Rita. From now on, I will protect you. The warmth of that year made me fall in love with him step by step. So, in my previous life, even if Jasper didn't love me at first, I am willing to marry him. Over the next few days, Jasper is still hovering around the school. I deliberately avoided him. I don't want to deal with him anymore. But he didn't expect him to go to the principal, and demanded that I be expelled. When I was called into the principal's office, Jasper sat stiffly. I'm very angry. Jasper, what do you think you're doing? Why are you asking for my dismissal? I wish you came back with me. He stood up and walked towards me. Reach out and hold my hand. I quickly backed away from his touch. Get back. Get back. And keep watching. You and Camilla are covered in each other. His expression froze, and then he retorted angrily, Rita, don't be silly. We are still married. How do you run to the south? Stay away from me. I could barely hold back my laughter. Shamelessness against him. Your wife is Camilla. Her name is on the marriage certificate, and the person you're thinking about is also her. His face darkened, and he gritted his teeth. That was a mistake. Mistakes should be corrected. I've misled you by my past actions. I won't be like that again. My heart sank. These familiar lines. He also said it in my previous life. And what happened? He immediately regained his sweet appearance, replaced with Lyra. I turned to the principal and said seriously, Principal, I really want to continue studying here. Please don't fire me. The principal looked at me, then at Jasper. After a short pause, he said, Mr. Liu, because you have nothing to do with Serena, you do not have the authority to deal with her dismissal. I finally breathed a sigh of relief. Jasper wanted to say something, but the headmaster interrupted him. Mr. Liu, if nothing else, please leave. I have work to do. Chapter 6. Jasper continued to haunt me for the next few days. I was exhausted by his constant pursuits. My studies are affected. What makes things even more troublesome is Camilla also came. Jasper, please let us go back and get a divorce. I don't want this. I don't want to steal my sister's husband. I'm a bad person. She tugged at Jasper's sleeve, panting and crying. Jasper, full of compassion, pull her into your arms and gently pat her on the back. Camilla, don't cry. It's not your fault. We'll go back right away. It's my fault for making you suffer. Camilla looked pitiful and pretended to kneel. Sister, I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at Jasper. I know it's a misunderstanding between me and Jasper. Don't get on your knees. It's my fault for making you suffer. We'll go back now. As she said this, she glared at me. Her eyes accused me of being unreasonable. A group of students gathered around. Whispers and accusations. I'm too lazy to watch the show anymore. So I turned and left. If they want to perform, let them. I have no intention of playing with me. Camille certainly had some influence. Jasper didn't come back that day. I threw myself into my studies and joined the school's math club. Where did I meet Sam? He was tall and thin, wears a pair of black-rimmed glasses. He smiled like a sunny smile. He is very good at math and often helps guide me. So over time, we became more familiar. Just when I thought my life was finally on track, Jasper's letter began to arrive. One by one, as persistent as ever. Rita, are you still mad at me? I know I was wrong. Come back, Rita. Camila is pregnant. The child is mine. I know you're having a hard time taking it. But trust me, you're the only one in my heart. Rita, there should be a limit to your anger. What do I need to do to make you forgive me? I tore his letter to shreds, then throw them in the trash. I do not know what made him think I would change my mind. Maybe he's just thick-skinned. The smell of oil and smoke filled the air. At the part-time, when I quickly cleared the table, I looked up and saw Sam sitting in the corner. He smiled at me. I quickly looked away and got back to work. After the shift is over, he was still sitting there. There were several untouched plates in front of him. Come and eat with me. He gestured to the seat opposite. I've already eaten it. I tried to refuse, but my stomach betrayed me with a loud roar. He chuckled softly. Don't be shy. Come and sit down. Can't resist his warm hospitality. I sat down across from him. A clay pot filled with hot soup bubbles away. The warmth dispelled the chill from my body. I got deep into it, completely ignoring my image. Slow down. No one will steal your food. Halfway through eating, I suddenly felt an itch on the tip of my nose. When I looked up, I saw Sam smile at me. He had a grain of rice in his hand. Do you want to eat my face too? He teased. I blushed and quickly lowered my head. I know he likes me. His eyes are very clear. But now, I just want to focus on my studies. Everything else can wait. Winter break is coming. And Lou's mother also called me one after another, urging me to go home for the new year. After all, they raised me and I can't be too ruthless. Well thought out. I bought a ticket and carried a bag full of gifts. Returned to the east side. As soon as I entered the door of Lou's house, I heard a shrill voice shouting, Jasper, what's going on? I told you I was pregnant with your child. I'm not here to be abused. I froze where I was and I saw Camilla. Her big belly was swollen. Shouted Jasper. Jasper's face turned pale, but he didn't dare argue. He could only whisper to reassure her. Camilla, calm down, said the doctor. You can't be too emotional. This is harmful to the baby. I want that coat. Go buy it for me now, Camilla. I'll get it for you next time, okay? This month's pocket money is gone. Jasper carefully helped Camilla sit down. You're useless. You're still a lieutenant colonel. You didn't even give the money to your sister. Jasper's face darkened. Camilla, stop talking. Nonsense. I've disowned her. Disconnection? Do you think I'm stupid? You write to her every now and then. Do you think I don't know? You don't have me in your heart at all. You only think about her. Chapter 7, Camilla cries and screams. Her fist pounded against Jasper's chest. Jasper looks impatient. Say, I'm telling you I didn't do anything. I stood in the doorway, looking at the scene in front of me. Nothing but absurdity and laughter. In my past life, he hid his connection to Camilla from melancholy life. He hid the letter he gave me from Camilla. In summary, he's just someone who wants the best of both worlds. Never really loyal. Lou's mom was the first to notice me. Serena, you're back. Come and help talk to Lyra. Her temper was getting worse and worse. She grabbed my hand and spoke in a somewhat flattering tone. I withdrew my hand and said indifferently, I'm tired. I'll go to my room to rest first. Lou's mother was stunned for a moment, but nothing more was said. She turned around and continued to whisper to Camilla. She was very different from that domineering woman. I remember. Back to my room. I pulled out my New Year's gift. Sam pulled me out of my luggage. A red cashmere scarf. I wrapped my scarf around my neck. Then he glanced at himself in the mirror. A smile tugged at my lips without me noticing. That night, I heard a knock on the door. On the door. I opened the door and found Jasper standing outside. looks haggard and restless. Serena, can we talk? I stepped aside to let him in. He rubbed his hands together. As he said, take courage. Rita, the wife I've always wanted is you. I've been waiting for you. Camilla's temper is getting worse and worse. She spends money recklessly. I couldn't help but laugh. Wait for me. Paul, do you even believe your own words? You've been waiting for me. At the same time, let Camilla conceive your child. What the hell do you think I am? His face flushed, and his eyes filled with panic. Serena, let me explain. I interrupted him. Nothing to explain. You and Camilla already have a child. What else to say? Have a great day, have a great day. Your child arrives early. He was silent for a few seconds, as if recalling something. I've been dreaming a lot lately. I dreamed that the woman I married was you. You are gentle and kind. Always take care of my parents. Back to the old house. He paused, a hint of pain in his tone. But in the dream, my heart belonged to Camilla. I ignored you and hurt you. What a jerk I am. Then my son and I pressured you to get a divorce. I was shocked that he actually dreamed of our past lives. He covered his face in pain. I'm sorry for the way I treated you at the time. I want to compensate you. Suppress my anger. I said coldly. If you really want to make up for it, then live your life with Camilla. Don't bother me again. It's going to be better for both of our sisters. His gaze dimmed. There was a hint of reluctance in his voice. But I still feel like you should be my wife. My patience finally ran out. I said firmly, Jasper, it's time for you to go. These are not things you should say. Nor is it where you should be. He stood up in frustration. Then he walked out of my room with heavy steps. I watched his back retreat. I didn't feel any emotional stirring in my heart. In both lives, he always oscillated between two women. Greedily want to have everything. The next morning, I packed my things and knocked on Lou's mom's door. I handed her a bank card and said calmly, thank you for taking care of me all these years. This card has all the money I've saved over the years. Repay you for your kindness to me. Nurture me. Lou's mother was stunned for a moment, trying to refuse. Rita, it's really not necessary. Take it, I said, lifting my luggage. I have some things to take care of at school. So I'm leaving now. There was no looking back. I walked out of the Lou family. There is no feeling of attachment. At the ticket window, the line is long. Finally, it was my turn. No more tickets to the south side. When I checked, the next ticket available. It won't be until the day after tomorrow. Frustrated, I ran my fingers through my hair. Where can I go now? I can't sleep on the street, can I? Just when I was overwhelmed, Sam appeared in front of me with a bag. Rita, a surprised smile appeared on his face. He walked over quickly. I was also a little surprised, smiling as I greeted him. Sam, what a coincidence. Are you also from East Town? Yes, he replied. Did you do that? You have nowhere to go. His tone was full. Then how about you come to my house for the new year? I froze for a moment and waved my hand quickly. I can't. He laughed and said, what's the big deal? It was just me and my grandmother at home. It was quiet here. You'll make things come alive. Also, I can't leave you alone in the new year. I'll be worried. He paused, then said, please, Rita. Think of it as my lonely grandmother. She was home alone and it was too boring for her. He put on a pitiful expression. I couldn't help but laugh. I couldn't refuse his hospitality and finally agreed. Chapter 8. As soon as I stepped out of the station, a cold wind blew, and me instinctively pulled my coat tighter. Seeing this, Sam immediately took off his coat, then draped it over my shoulders. A faint woody scent lingers in the air. Fill my senses. It's cold, isn't it? He said that the eastern city was much colder than the southern city. I shook my head, although a warm feeling welled up in my heart. Sam's home is in the old town of Southtown, a quaint two-story house full of character. As soon as we entered the courtyard, the smell of delicious dumplings fills the air. An old silver-haired woman stands at the kitchen door. She looked at us with a smile. Sam, you're back. Here it is. Her eyes fell on me with a big smile. Uh-huh. It looks like you've brought back a beautiful lady. This year. I couldn't help but bow my head. I had a faint flush on my cheeks. Grandma, I'm Serena. My friend Sam introduced with a smile. Good, good, good. Come in and warm up, Grandma. Sam was busy cooking dumplings. Sam helped me carry my luggage to my room. The rooms are not big, but clean and tidy. The bedding smells of sunshine comfortingly. You rest for a while. The dumplings are ready in no time, Sam said softly as he put down his suitcase. I nodded and sat down on the edge of the bed. Gaze at the falling snowflakes. A feeling of peace and tranquility. My heart filled my heart like never before. Maybe that's what it's like to be at home. That night, we sat around the table. Enjoy steaming dumplings. Grandma Sam kept providing me with more food. Rita, you should come here often. You are always welcome in my house, she said warmly. I smiled and nodded, my heart filled with warmth. After dinner, Sam suggested that we take a walk in a nearby park. In winter, the park is almost empty. Only a few couples snuggled together. Enjoy the rare tranquility. We walked slowly along the lake, and no one spoke. The snow fell softly and covered us like a thin veil. Thank you, Sam. I broke the silence and whispered. Thank me. Thank you for taking me in. Thank you for giving me a warm place to stay. Sam looked at me and said teasingly, So how about you? Be my girlfriend. I was stunned for a moment, then snorted playfully. Dream. Even though I said that, there was a ripple in my heart. Then tell me how you can repay me. After all, I'm a hero. Who rescued you from the troubled waters? At the station, he said in an exaggerated tone. I couldn't help but be amused by his dramatic words, and pretend to be serious. Hero? I think you're trying to blackmail me, I said, pretending to be scolding him. He pretended to think for a moment, and then, very seriously, let me think. How about you cook for me every day? Until the beginning of the school year. I couldn't help but roll my eyes. You want my cooking to be nothing special. He looked at it with a smile. Look at me with twinkling eyes. Don't worry, I'm not picky. Even if you don't cook it well, I'll eat it all. His cheeky attitude made me laugh involuntarily. Is this how you express gratitude? It looks more like you're trying to take advantage of me. Oh, it seems that my charm is not enough. He sighed dramatically, then suddenly moved closer. Then maybe I should try harder. I felt my cheeks flush and quickly receded. Why? You don't have any thoughts when you see me flustered. He couldn't help but laugh. Just kidding, he said. Reach out and gently brush my hair. Let's go back. Grandma must have been worried. Back to Sam's house. Grandma Sam has prepared a hot ginger soup. Say it helps to dispel the cold. I held the ginger soup in my hand and savored the warmth. And, for the first time, I felt a glimmer of hope for the future. Maybe let go of the past. It's not a bad thing to start over. Chinese New Year's Eve. The sky outside is lit up by brilliant fireworks. Brighten up the night. The deafening sound of firecrackers echoed through the air. I was standing by the window. For a moment, I felt like I was in another world. Happy New Year, Serena. He was standing very close to me. His warm breath brushed my ears. Sent the tingling sensation through me. I turned around and met his deep gaze. In that moment, time seemed to freeze, and my heart skipped a beat. Happy New Year, Sam, I whispered back. He leaned closer. His voice said softly, I like you, Rita. Outside, fireworks continued to bloom in the sky. Their dazzling colors are reflected in Sam's and my faces,